Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be going over my Swordsoul deck post Photon Hypernova. I've been getting a bunch of DMs and questions, and especially in the comments from the latest videos, whether or not Swordsoul can compete after the Kashtira cards comes out and Photon Hypernova finally gets released. Well, I decided to do some digging, and I just had to dig deep and try to come up with some very different take on the Swordsoul deck, and I have a very controversial one that I'm about to show today, which is I'm actually going to be playing Kashtira Swordsoul. And I'll explain that reasoning as we get into the deck profile. But if you guys enjoy content like this, and if you have any suggestions on how to make the deck better, or any tips that you have, please let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So for the Swordsoul deck, and the reason why I decided to combine the Kashtira cards with the Swordsoul engine is because I realized that the Swordsoul deck doesn't actually care about Dimension Shifter. I think I've seen a bunch of people play Shifter in Swordsoul in the past, and I've been actually shifted on stream multiple times playing Swordsoul on Master Duel or even in person, and the card just doesn't actually do what it's designed to do against the Swordsoul strategy. And the Swordsoul deck is a very compact engine. If you look at the Swordsoul engine itself, it's only 14 cards. 3 Moye, Yuan, Emergence, Blackout, Triple Ecclesia, and Taya. Well, the reason why I wanted to include the Kashtira engine into the archetype is because I decided I didn't want to play Tenyis post Photon Hypernova because they're not really that good into cards like a Rizard. And under Macrocosmos or Dimension Shifter, those Tenyi monsters aren't really that amazing. So why don't I play cards that actually do something when you do get shifted, or and essentially bypass getting shifted at all? Like, who cares if they shifted? Let them go -1. So I'm playing 1 Fenrir, 1 Scareclaw Cash, and then 3 Unicorn, because Unicorn by itself is a 1-card combo, and instead of the typical combo with like Shangri-La and all that good stuff, what I do with my Kashtira engine, I'm using the Unicorn and then using Papyrus on my Unicorn to summon Fenrir from my deck, use Fenrir to grab a Kashtira Scareclaw, then special summon it, then overlay all 3 of the level 7s into an Arizard. So basically, Unicorn is a 1-card Dryden Macrocosmos. And being able to make a Arizard with 3 materials off the bat is also really, really powerful, because it's able to use its effect right away without having your opponent to do anything. And I think that's really, really important. And so that's why you see me max out copies of Unicorn, which is at 7 copies. I also play Birth because in case you hard drop a Papyrus, you want another spell to be able to add off your Unicorn, and that's why I have Birth in my deck. And in the grind game, your Unicorn being able to grab a Birth, I think it's really, really important. You'll see that I play double Zeus and double Rizard because against the Kashtira matchup, or the Shangri-La matchup, if your opponent activates your Shangri-La in standby phase, you're able to convert any of these Kashtira monsters into a Rizard for free and threaten a Zeus immediately. And I think that is super, super powerful. And that's the reason why I think adding the Kashtira engine to the Swordsoul engine could be kind of nice, because going second into the Cash deck, which I expect to be quite popular, this engine is able to turn into an Arizard and punish your opponent, right? So that's kind of like the theory pretty much there. There's definitely some cool lines where you can use Emergence when it's banished to reduce the token to a level 3, and then use like Kashtira monsters plus the Swordsoul token that's generated that's a level 3 now to make Synchro 10s and all that good stuff. But I digress. Let's go into the non-engine slots. I play Triple Impermanence because it's the most generic hand trap against every deck, and it's very good against pretty much everything in the metagame. You can use it on a Unicorn, which stops him from getting access to Papyrus. You can use it on Kid Kalos, which stops access to tier limit spells and traps, and it's unable to pop itself. And Impermanence is also just very, very good into Fluon Rees. Ash is one of those cards that's good on Papyrus against the Kashtira matchup. Ash is good against Sharon. It's good against the Flu matchup. And those are the 3 best decks in my opinion for post Photon Hypernova. So I find these cards very generic in in that essence. I play Nibiru because I think it's a very powerful card against the Cash matchup. And even though it does conflict with the Kashtira engine, I'm actually not too worried about that, because I'm pretty sure my game plan for that is I'm going to be crashing my Nib into the token, or making a Lina, so that I can search Ecclesia and try to play that way. And then I play the Bestial package because I think the Bestial package is really, really good in the tier, and it's just there's really no card like it. If you wanted to, I guess, play around like your opponents, like, or you play around your Cashier monster being able to summon themselves, you can definitely consider playing cards like Bell and Skullmeister, or Bell Ghost Mourner, because those cards I think are really, really good. They're level 3 tuners as well that you can normal summon to make like Synchro 10s with like the Cashier engine. But you can see right here that I have like so many flex spots. 3 Impermanence, 3 Ash, 3 Nib, 3 Bestial, or 5 Bestials here, and that's like already 14 non-engine cards in a 40 card deck. So the deck is very compact, and I think it can definitely work together. This is something that is super experimental, but I wanted to kind of like bring it up and talk about it, maybe see what the community thinks. And this is something that I'm still currently testing, and I'm going to be definitely trying and doing local streams with. So if you guys are interested in checking more out of this, you can definitely check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/PackCG. In the side deck, I play Shifter because, like I said, if the deck doesn't really care about shifting your opponent, so why not play it? And it's really good against the tier matchup. So I wanted to basically have 7 cards post side for the tier matchup, just because like it makes the matchup like way easier if you have these type of cards. The Dark Ruler no more because of Sprite tasking to grab those cards, as well as Change of Heart and Talents, to help with going first as well as going second. So pretty much the standard stuff. I think you can actually make an argument to play one Evilly match as well, or like play Evilly match and use tasking grab Evilly match. That could be kind of cool. But I think tasking, Change of Heart, and Talents is like overall just very, very good, and I do like those cards a lot. Now for the extra deck, I play 1 second and Punisher because the Cashier monsters are level 7, and you can make this quite easily with an Ecclesia or like any of the Swordsoul tokens that are level 4. Double Yugioh, I still think this card is like really, really good to play at 2. One of the new Synchro 10, the Chenying, which is absurd with the Cashier engine. Chenying is actually broken, especially with a Rise Heart. So I think this card is like really, really crazy together with a Rise Heart. Barone protects you from Nib so that your Cashier plays goes through. The Boxia, Draco Berserker, and Yazi are basically for like the Bestial, but they're super flex. Then you play double Zeus, double Rise Heart, mainly because of Diablosis. And if you play 2 and 2 of these, they can never Diablosis you. And playing 2 Rise Heart actually comes up in the grind game. So I think that's fine. And I played 1 Big Eye just because I think sometimes taking your opponent's monster could be pretty cool. And then the last Charmer, I think it's probably going to be a Lina because I main decked the Nibiru. I am still not sure whether I want to play Lina or Dark. But we can definitely find room because I think like the other card I wanted to cut was actually Draco Berserker to play like 1 Lina, 1 Dark. Because I think those cards are really good and they can definitely come up quite easily. But that's going to be pretty much the deck, guys. I did consider playing Tenny monsters, but like I said, the reason why I decided not to play them was because I think they're really bad into the Cashier matchup, and against the shufflers, it can be quite annoying. And I think the only other thing that I'm also trying to figure out is how I want to like play this deck going forward. Like, is the cash supplementary engine like the best way to play the deck? Honestly, I'm not sure. But it's definitely something that I wanted to try because I think like this engine is so splashable. It's only like kind of like reminds me of the Right of Our Major package, or like the Right package, because of how powerful it is at generating free card advantage. But that's gonna be pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this Forbidden Goo that I just cooked up. I can't believe I'm playing Swordsoul with Shifter. It feels like just like a war crime almost, but sometimes you have to do the hard things in life, and this is definitely one of them. But let me know what your thoughts are. Is this like the goo or is it not the goo? And I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know. If you guys want, you can also join my Discord and let me know in the Discord community your version of Swordsoul and what you've built for post Photon Hypernova, and I might even test it out on stream. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.